So let's do make a new third person, and let's see its door example. uh, I'm taking it to the starter and blueprint quality is set to scalable, so it can be less. I do not have a good desktop or computer, so let's create the project. It will take few minutes. It's loading up now. This is gonna take some time. I hope so. uh, Shaders are being compiled, so let's wait for this to complete its compilation. But we can move around and look at different things. So I think we should place our door here. Today we're going to make a sliding door, and we will place it right here. But this is taking a bit of time because I have a low-end PC, basically a laptop, and you know laptops are not good for such things, graphics and games. So this guy is taking a bit more time than expected. Meanwhile, uh, let's go to landscape mode. Meanwhile, this, as you can see from here, I am just going to create a landscape, so things would be a little bit more tedious. Let's do it like this, a little bit lower, and then from here we are going to select a material. Materials are basically already given in our, if you just select mouse, it's here, mouse material, and then create it. This is going to create the, it will again compile some shaders. Again, now the amount of shaders to be compiled has increased because it needs to create some more and more and more things. Whoa, 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 this is very bad. Actually, where is our playground? Now where the player is going to, as we have created this landscape. Now our compiling of shaders has been completed, so let's again go to selection mode, and let's see, let's try to playing this game, this awesome game. Literally, where are we standing? We're just stuck somewhere. It means that, oh, starting point is just lost somewhere. Where is it? We have to look at blocks, block, block. Now let's, this is the lighting, and this is the player start. This is the player start. Player start is stuck somewhere, so let's move it to here. Now let's play this here. Yeah, we are here now. So now let's, we were planning to create a sliding door. Actually, you can create whatever the door you are. What is written there? Bad sale, or what was that? Bad size. Okay, it's okay, bro. It's okay. Okay, bad size is okay now. Here, it's correct size. Now let's place. We are going to create a sliding door. For creating the sliding door, we have to make a place for the door. So I'm going to slide this a little right here, or I would just resize this, but let's slide these as for now. Yeah, so actually the sliding idea is same. We will be locating it. As for now, we resize it to left, and perfect. Again to the location mode. Here we have to create a new, it's a content here. Let's create a new folder. We would call it blueprints, very blue, and blueprint, and here let's add a new blueprint, and that would be blueprint class, and it is an actor class because it is actor that can be placed or spawned in the world. It is an actor class. Let me call it sliding door. This is what we are going to build. Oh, blackness, what happened? Okay, first of all, what we have to do is to add a mesh here, which would be cube, and now just let's resize it a little bit, and check like this, and or this way, make it look like a door. It's just an example. You can design whatever you want to do. Now let's, if we want to test it in our real life, then we have to place it in the our, as you can see, it's in the half, so we have to dislocate this cube like this, so if we just save it and check if now it's correctly placed in the origin, and now the other issue is that its direction is not correct, so let's size it this world, and reduce the size on other axis like this. So now check it. Now this is exactly what we wanted. Actually we can resize it from here, but I would like to make some proportions. As it is a sliding door, it must be greater in the length and less in the width, sorry, height. So that's exactly this, and like this. Okay, from here we can just resize it directly here. We do not need to resize it from the blueprint class. We can just resize it directly from here. You can just resize according to whatever you need, but I just leave it rough here, and if we just check how it looks like, it is our behind, it's behind us, so here it is. Let's move this layer point a little bit somewhere else, actually in front of the door, so we do not actually have to look back all the time. Now it's time to add some functionality because it needs to slide, and for that purpose we have to add a collision box from here. From here is the box collision, and here it is. Now we need to increase the size of box collision, and this way too, and let's replace it, resize it to make it perfectly fit. Actually we do not need this much perfection here, but we need some of the margins on its front and back side, because we need to slide it when the actor comes close to it, when our player comes close to it. So this way, if you go into the, when selecting this box, we go to properties tab here. You can see here there are on begin overlap and overlap. So from here we add the begin overlap, and on begin overlap I just would, as for now I will just print the text. This just for testing purpose. So if you just play this and go to, as you can see here it has printed overlap. It means that our blueprint is working fine. So now let's add functionality. What we have to do, we basically want to dislocate the cube, this cube here. We have to dislocate the cube. Sorry, let me change its parent, make new root. So it's like, no, sorry, this has gone very wrong. It's attached to this. No, it's fine. So we have to change the location of this cube. So okay, let's get the cube here, and from that cube we have to change the location, set location. So if I just go here and set location, or otherwise just drag from this cube and search for set location. There are two locations. There are absolute location and world location and relative location. So if we just add a relative location, because we are talking about the relative in our world, it can be placed anywhere in the world. So we are not going to make it worldwide. We are going to calculate a location according to its position where it was placed. As for now, for testing purpose, I make it 100 in the z-axis and test to which direction it moves. We just play from here, and it moved downward in the sorry, it moved just to front. It moved to front here. Let's see, like this. It was here, and you can see, and it moved like this way. So we have to take this from variable, so it can be actually modified from within the editor. So we would call it location, or slide location. And from this, if you just see, we have an option for float, vector, etc. So we are going to get a vector. From here it would be vector, and if you compile, it is like this. So get x-axis around 250. That's just an example value. It's not the accurate value. So we have to take this value, this location value from this variable. Let's say get slide location, and we also have to make this slide location available in the instance editing. So just tick it and compile. From this, just right click on this and split struct pin. It will convert it into x and y and z axis. Now if I just go to here and split this, I would just connect x to x axis, y to y axis, and z to z axis. Now this will allow me to directly edit from here. As you if we just go, sorry, let's collab upper panel, and Where it has gone? Oh my god. Okay, I have not selected that. It is slide location here. For example, it's like 250. I can change it, but as for now, let's test what does it do with 250. It did. So now let's change this from 250 to 350 and see if it works. Yeah, it does. Actually, the size is also decreasing, so we'll have to fix that later. But the size is kind of a bug, I think. But let's fix this issue in the viewport, and we can simply increase the size here from here and move it upward, and yes. Actually, the size was not increasing. I'm sorry, this size was not even increasing. I think the location was just miscalculated, because location was being set. If you just move it a little upward and then let's test it, you can see it's lifted upward, but when we just it gets lifted downward because of the x and y coordinates. Its y coordinate becomes um, 0, so that's why it just z coordinates become 0. That's why it just gets updated. So for the solution to this, I will just do reduce it like that and save it. Now let's go to blueprint. Actually, we had to make a sliding door, not just a vanishing door, so we have to add some an event graph. I will add a variable, let's say it slide speed, and it is an integer and it is editable from the instance, and that's it. And on the for the requirement, now we need to slide it, slowly sliding to left or slowly sliding to right according to the location selected by user or the person when placing. So we have to add a variable sliding and make it a boolean, compile it, and by default it should be 0. It should be false. So this functionality is working fine, but it should not be here. We need to slide it to slowly to left or right, or wherever the location is selected. So we need to do it in the timer tick event. So I will move this a little here, and instead of doing this, I will just take this sliding here, sliding variable, and set sliding variable. Set sliding variable to true when it enters, when basically uh, the player collides with that. In the event tick, I will be checking if this is sliding or not. So I will just right click and type if, and this is the branch node. Take the branch node here. Let's say here. Now please take sliding and place it in the branch node if condition like this. And now we have to do a little bit of the math and make some logic, and for that purpose what we have to do, we have to get the location, existing x, y, and z axis of the cube. So I will take this cube right here and get its location. get its relative location, where it is relative location, get relative location, it's here. And from this relative location I will split this, and I will simply add both of these values, x of this and x of this. So I just do this and plus button, press plus button, and it's this node here, which I will duplicate by control D, or you can do control P and control C. Like you can just do copy and then again paste with control V. It's up to you. So I will just add up this x and this x-axis, and its y-axis with the variable y-axis, and its z-axis to variables z-axis. Now we got nice lines going here and there. Now let's place this node here at y to y-axis and z to z-axis like this. Now let's go and test what we have done. Here it is not doing anything. Oh my god. But why it is not doing anything? Let's check if we have anything wrong in our logic or not. Basically, x-axis we added up, and then yeah, this was not connected. Node was not connected. Set relative location. Now let's play our nice game here. Oh my goodness, it just vanished away somewhere. Just I don't know where it went, because it actually added up a lot of times. It added up until the game was running. So let's let's apply the speed here, which we have sliding speed, this variable sliding speed. How can we apply the sliding speed? Actually, we have to, for example, if I just open a calculator here, for example, if we want to move to 500 points in 50 seconds, it means that we have to move 10 points every second. Or in the other words, for example, if you just want to move something in want to move it to 100 points in 5 seconds, you would be moving 20 points. It means that we have to do division. So what we would be doing, we're taking this variable and then dividing and then adding into this. So from this I will press the divide button, and it's here. And now we have to divide this with our sliding speed variable. I will just take it here and get its sliding speed variable. Now we have here we have it here, and I will add it now, like add it here. And from this we'll be doing again this divide with that, and then we add with this, and again control D, and this divide with that, and add with that. Now it seems like this should work, but we have to test whether it works or not. Our sliding speed by default value is 0. It should not be. Let's do it 10 or maybe 20 for some fast movement. Let's do it, and let's test what happens. Oh yeah, it is moving. But you know, it is just going. Mm, it is going until the end of world. Oh, stop it, man! Sorry, my bad PC. Just you can see it is just going away. It is not stopping anywhere. So we have to solve this problem. How are we going to solve? We actually, sorry, let's move this far away here. We actually have to check if we have moved enough. We have moved too, we have not moved too far. For example, we have to uh, be with the limit of slide locations. So what we will be doing, we will be comparing this location with this location, and if this location is equal to this location, then we will just stop. We will not move forward. So for that purpose, we have to move these pins to right, a lot of right, and this here. So let's make things more neat. Actually this here, and this one to here and there and that and this. So let's compare both of these. If x is greater than that and y is equal to or greater than that, so we will be doing less than that. For example, we will be doing less, less or equal, actually less if it is just less than that. So we will be comparing. If it is less than that, now here we have to add or condition. Or I just forgot what it is called here, because it is if bitwise or bitwise. So this would be the major player, and what we would be telling it, if this is, I don't know why it is, but I just forgot what is the boolean of or boolean. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Now what we have to do? Let me break all of these, or should not I break? Yeah, we should not break this. We have to do this if only and only. Actually, yeah. So if x axis is then that, and just duplicate this, and y axis is less than this y axis, and z axis is less than this z axis. Then we have to here add a pin and to here, and then if now if it means that if this condition becomes true, then we will be doing that other things. Otherwise we won't do that. So if just I add if here, and if these things become true, then oh my goodness, it's very junk here, very junky. Okay, so to make things little bit more tedious, more blah blah blah, we will move it event tick. My god, complicated thing. Okay, so if sliding is if it is sliding, then we will be doing this calculation, and we will do it like this. Otherwise sliding would be set to false. So we'll just do sliding and set sliding to false. That's it. No, this should work. Let's test, because we are human beings, we make mistakes, a lot of mistakes. So let's see if this really works. It worked. It stopped here. Now let's modify. It was 350. Let's do it 500 maybe. Let's do it 500 here. Oh yeah, it worked, man. And for other nice things, for example, if I have just x-axis here, if I just also add 500 to y-axis, you would see it a very uh, bad thing happening. Oh my goodness, look, it actually dislocated it in two locations, and this would be very good for making making the sliding doors which move to corners, move to two directions or three directions, and this is for that purpose. So as for now I will just be doing it 0, and then just save it, and yes. Oh yeah, man, it worked. So let's apply some kind of beautification to this this mesh. So it's material, wall material, clay wall. I don't know which material should work fine. Preparing. Yeah, boy. Brick. It is actually, it needs some kind of work. And if I just do this, and yeah. So it should not move this much far away. So we have to adjust it to 480 maybe. It needs, it's a matter of playing around to make it perfectly fit. Yeah, like this. Not even 250, 480. It's not even 480. It's 470, I think. Yes, 470 works fine. So you can create sliding things like this, and but what if we just move away, and this should close back, and we can also make this logic. But if we want to do this today, the video would be too long, so we are not going to do this today. It was I'm just giving the hint what should be done. It is actually, if you just go to this box plugin, and from there ends overlap, and add this event. It is it is here. You would just first of all you would set the made a new variable make a new variable, sliding back or closing, and then set that true, and then in the event you will check if it is sliding, like from it, if it is sliding, then you will do this, and otherwise if it is sliding back, you will just reverse back all of this. For example, you would be, instead of doing addition here, you will be doing subtraction and then doing it that. So that's the way it would work. I think we should do it quickly because it is really quick. So let's do this. I add a variable sliding back, and it is boolean, and it is also not ticked by default, but it's edit, no, it's not editable in that. And from here I will just set it to true, set, and set it to true when overlap ends. So from here, if it is sliding, then otherwise if it is sliding back, then what we will be doing, we will be simply duplicating this, and we'll set the location. So here, from here, we just do it slide. If it is sliding back, we will just doing, for example, here, from here, if if it is sliding back, then we will be updating the location. We will be doing the same thing, actually taking from this, we will just reverse this, all of these things. So I have to take it somewhere here, and duplicate these things. What I will be doing, that move this right, and not that one, duplicate all of these, copy, and somewhere here paste. Yes, now what we have to do is to basically change this less than to greater than, and then minus here. It means that we will be totally uh, reversing the things. From here we will be doing this to greater than, so let's change it to greater than. Okay, I have to delete this. Let's do it greater than, and duplicate it 3 times. And connect these two, or this is making our sliding speed, so we won't touch this, but we will doing will be doing subtraction here. This subtracted, actually this subtracted with this axis, and then duplicate this 2 more times. X-axis, Y-axis, and Z-axis, and here we have to place an if condition, a branch. So if this is true, then we will be doing this, otherwise we will set that sliding to false. but as you can see, we have to do it everything here. So we will take these two nodes to down somewhere here. Now if it is sliding back, then we will do this, and if it is like actually really within the location of sliding back, then it's true, otherwise sliding back would be set to false. So sorry, sliding back would be set to false. It would not be sliding back if this happens. Now let's see. Oh, what's our target? Target is missing. Our target is missing, and our target is our cube, which is here, and we have to connect our target to target. No, it's fine. Yeah, it compiled. Now let's test it. Oh my goodness, it's going. No, what did we do wrong? There must be if. Oh yes. We actually did not store the original location. We did not store the location of from where the animation had started. So it means that we need to create a new variable, and we will just set it default location, and this would be a vector, and it would be a vector here, and yes, from here we would now it means that when the event has started, when the game is has started playing, then we will be setting the location. We will be setting this value, and set the default location, and from here we will get the cube, this cube, and then get its location, relative location, and save it into this when event beginning is started. And now in comparison, we will get that location, this we will get this default location to compare. From this, if our start we will not compare it, the current location with these values, we would be comparing with this value, default location. So take this get, and split, and from this comparison we will be comparing it with this here, like that. Now let's check if it is correct or not, our assumption. Oh yeah, boy, it works. Actually, you can use this in the doors of malls, which is automatically close, and door you can make a double door and whatever you want to do. It is actually very cool effect, and very cool thing. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this, just subscribe, and leave a comment, a lovely or a bad comment about my work, and love you all. Bye bye.